Just waiting for some people to log on. Talk about the day up here in Burwell, Nebraska, with Marty Archibald, sorry, Marty Archibald. Great guy, vet, up here in Burwell.
He's currently working on his Baler.
Yeah, he's out there finished tearing apart his 320. We got parts coming in for it, so waiting for people to log on. Talk about a few things today and some stuff that's been happening. So, waiting for some people to log on.
I gotta post it.
Look at a few things, guys. Literally. Yeah, Ross, I decided the sun's still up. We're waiting. We're not really doing much. I figured I'd get a head start. Maybe make the session a little longer so people will get on. Ross, why don't you tell us how your day went trying to get a roto baler purchased? I'm sure everybody'd like to see how that worked out for you.
Well, we got 4 people on already.
Yeah, I know. We're waiting for some more people to log on, guys.
Can you put this back in the fridge, please?
Yep. Well, you guys got any questions before we get started? Having a really good trip up here, guys. It's cooler, but windy and a lot pretty sandy up here as well. It's the biggest rodeo in Nebraska, I guess, where I'm at in Burwell. So if anybody's into rodeo and stuff, you definitely got to see this town. Huge shout out to the tack shop here. The restaurant was we stopped at today, a little cafe, was excellent. It looks like I might be doing myself a rescue job for a young man that was trying to do hanging, and he blew up his International 47. If anybody out there wants to help this young man with his baler, flip some donations to help get some more parts for him that I don't have, text Rachel, let her know what you can do to help out. 607-846-5959. Yeah, guys, anything can help. Prayers for him, especially for him and his family. They bought the baler last spring. Something broke and it got both needles in it. Broke some other stuff. He got discouraged, walked away from the project. I was in that salvage yard down there outside Kansas. Stolfer Salvage, and I picked up a bunch of IH parts. Well, I didn't need some of it, and I picked it up anyways. Well, some of the pieces he needs that I did pick up, but there's some other stuff that we'd like to do to help him out. So if anybody wants to help out with this young man, and also keep their family in your prayers. Hopefully the father actually brings the baler to me, and I can actually fix it for him. But keep the family in your prayers, guys. Definitely want to do something really nice if you guys want to help out a young farmer. We need more of them. There's not enough kids that are showing that desire, and I don't want to let this one mechanical failure for him be the determining factor that he doesn't want to do farming or ever try. I want to kind of show him that there's a lot of community love out there, that the farming community is bigger than just his hometown. It's bigger than anything, across this nation, that there's people. I mean, I've got friends in Australia that pray for me and my family, and pray for many people over here that are struggling. So we need to all work together, guys. Make this a lot better experience for everybody. If anybody's in the Burwell area and wants to learn how to work on balers, I will be here to give free.
Somebody was asking about
free demonstrations, and you can learn as we're putting together, because we got some. I had to replace a major a complete knotter assembly on a 425 International. So, before I get into more details, guys, just waiting for some More people to log on. Anybody got any questions? Ross, I still ain't heard that reason why you didn't get that Alice Chalmers Roto Baler. So, anybody got any questions?
You need to clarify on your clinics. Somebody's confused. He hasn't responded back yet, but...
I don't know what that's about.
Somebody's asking about your clinics.
The clinics, guys.
Burwell area. Clarify.
Oh, it's coming in Burwell. We're gonna be here a few days, guys. We're waiting on parts. We're doing one of my least favorite balers to do because they do blow up often and then they come apart. They're expensive to fix. In New Holland 320, this one has not blowed up yet, guys. The plungers needs bearings pretty bad. Needs a lot of adjustments. Gotta fix a couple of hay dogs. So we'll be going through the whole thing. The International 425 broke a knotter. So just so you know, guys, when you guys order parts for 425s, there are 2 different knotter shafts for that baler, depending on serial number. And he happened to buy a knotter that is on the smaller size, so it needs to be bored out the 16th bigger. So we took it to a machine shop today. They should have that done. I should be able to put that baler back together in the next day or so. But the Oliver wire tie is a 520. Aaron, you should be logged in by now. That baler should be something you're interested in. It's out in the middle of a cow pasture. They broke the feed forks, bent the top rod. Bent the feed forks, kind of. Looks like they broke the arm at one time, fixed it. It needs chains, and about all I can see is some pickup teeth, maybe. Retime it, fix the front slip clutch a little bit, and I think that baler will be ready to rock and roll. So, I think the guy just probably will take a scrap price for it, but we'll see if I end up with it so I can fix it or what happens. So does anybody have any questions as we're getting started into this? I did start early, guys, so I'm hoping to draw some more people in, so we'll see what happens here. So, we're also going to talk about the post on hay baler discussion, guys, and repair videos. It was done by Brent Ingram. Real nice update he did for that older style Tucker finger shaft. We made the little bushing there and the washers, and he got the threaded rod stuff from Amazon. The reason those shafts get sloppy is the linkages are poorly designed. But if you guys on a 24T or something, you're going to have to buy the Tucker fingers because the old style Tucker fingers have the L rods and not the I bolts. So a huge shout out for Brett for putting that up there to try to save guys some money. It's not easy to set this stuff up. His Tucker finger shaft was bent. He went and repressed it back out. Lucky man, because that usually doesn't happen that way. Usually they get twisted pretty bad, and especially when the center part gets twisted, you can't get it adjusted.
Paul.
And it becomes a problem.
Hey, shh. Here, Paul.
We have a whiny boy right at the moment that needs to be handled.
He's being handled, Sean. He's not being bad. He's asking for something. Hey, look.
But anyways, anybody got any questions? But like I said, he has a nice little update kit there. Don't know how long it'll last. He did say he did put the jam nuts on the threaded rods. You don't want to run those tie rod ends without jam nut on it because it just keeps pulling on the threads, especially on the end that is pulling, because that's why they send a jam nut with the update kits. It'll just pull the threads right off it after a while because there's a lot of backlash, especially with the 336, 346. The 347s, 348s, not so much because they have that ridge cam that it pushes the Tucker finger, pulls it in, and lets it back off slow, and then lets it drop out. So, hi Andrew, how are you doing? Waiting for Aaron to get on. Rachel message him.
Where's the
Another
Baler
top.
phone?
Aaron, the one in the...
Where's the Baler phone?
I don't know. So you can just do it from mine. But anyways, anybody got any questions? We're talking about, we got a young man. I'm in Burwell, Nebraska. If anybody's come out, probably, I don't know if it's as far as west I'm going. I think it is. Excuse me. Young man broke his Baler last spring, towards summer, I think it was. Got discouraged with farming. He broke his needle. Well, bent one, broke one. Something broke somewheres. I got some of the parts to fix it. He's gonna need some others. If anybody wants to help this young man out, you can send a donation or whatever. You don't have to give your name. Call Rachel. Tell her what you want to donate or help with. She'll hook you up with it. It's 607-846-5959. And just if you want to refer to it, the project's going to be an IH-47. It's for a young man. I think
we don't want to have discouragement for
yeah,
him.
we don't want to have discouragement, guys, with the young man wanting to try to be a farmer. He's kind of discouraged, and because the new parts are so expensive for IH, but I have some used stuff to get him by, but not enough to fix everything.
And
so.
it was an act of God. Let's just put it
Well,
that
then,
way.
yeah, Rachel said it was an act of God that the reason I even picked up those parts is I usually don't buy that
No,
stuff.
us walking into the cafe,
So,
striking a comment with the pastor and the owner.
Aaron, hey buddy, there is an Oliver 520. Burwell, did I say it right? Burwell, Nebraska. Oliver 520 wire tie. Needs chains. Needs a feed fork straightened, the top rod straightened and retimed, and possibly some slip clutch work. I think the guy just wants scrap price for it, so I think it'd be worth your time. I mean, I'm in the area. I think you better hop in your vehicle, drive the 10 hours to get here, and you'll be all set, and you can go meet the guy and pay for it, and we can rebuild it right here and make a live video of it.
And you get to meet the Baler man.
Yeah. You can switch it over to twine if you want to, Aaron, but I don't have, all I've got is the knotters and needles. I don't have any Tucker finger stuff to switch it over, so that would be...
That's at home.
Yeah, that would be at home, so... and you'd also need the twine boxes that go in the insert on the side of that Oliver 520. So... Aaron, you're going to have an Oliver Baler, bud. I don't know what to tell you. People need hay. What the hell does it matter if it's wire or twine? So, wire's recyclable. And a lot of people say, oh, we don't like plastic. We want sisal. Well, then, okay, then don't go to the hospital to get an IV because an IV tube is plastic. Everything you deal with, or your food you buy, your waters, all comes in plastic. So
those horse ladies are picky. Hey, now.
They'll get over that, Aaron. Trust me. if you got good quality hay, it don't matter if it's wire or plastic, and you don't need to make the bales heavy because they're wire. A wire knotter is actually more reliable. So, Ross, I still haven't heard from you, buddy. Ross, everybody, was trying to buy an Al's Chalmers roto baler. And he had explained to me he didn't have very much fun, and I think Ross could sum it up in some short words of what happened. When people don't price things and you drive out to try to buy it, and then they try to see how deep your pockets are. And before you drive out, guys, get the pictures and just find out where they are before you even waste your time going.
Tell them wire bales are Western.
Ross, good one. Very good. I like that. Tell them they're Western. They're for real women, not light duty women. So I guess you can tell them that. And a lot of those horse people, they're kind of cheap, so they could use the wire to hold up the muffler on their truck that's falling off. You know. Anyways, guys, got any questions? But any donations you guys can help out for a young man here in Burwell, Nebraska. Burwell. Sorry, I don't know how to say it. I'm in Nebraska, so we'll put it at that. So, he had an IH-47. It blew up. I do have some of the parts to fix it, not all of it. Trying to do it for pro bono, guys, just to fix it up for him. So.
Real barrel races use wire.
Nice, Ross. Nice. Let's try to get some donations around, guys, to see if we can get his baler fixed up good for him, and just the pastor of the church in this town just happened to walk into a cafe, and Well, he kind of figured we were talking about God, and he asked me where I was from. I said New York, and it just went from there. So we started talking about it, and he said he had a young man that got discouraged and he's kind of gave up on farming because he doesn't have that kind of money. He's just starting out. So I want to see if we can't help him out, help him get this Baler fixed for him. So what's going on, Rachel?
She's got post nasal. It's from when.
Did you give her some medicine?
It's not helping.
My baby girl's got some sinus issues. She's coughing and stuff. Post nasal drip a little bit.
It's from teething, I think. She's been really.
She is teething pretty heavy. So, anybody else got any other questions? Aaron, you got to pull the trigger, bud. You're getting an offer, to have me go through it personally. If not, you got to come to New York. So, yeah, thank you. Any other questions, guys? We talked a little bit about that update kit that was posted on Hay Baler Discussion. Nice work done by him, by Mr. Ingram. It does take and fix most of that problem there in that area. But remember, guys, it ain't going to work for a 24T, especially early serial numbers. They have an L linkage rod. The pin gets sloppy. So, it only works for the eye bolt. So to update. Yeah, you could, Aaron, but something tells me you're not willing to drive out here to see me, and I'm more than halfway to you. I don't think you're going to come to New York. I'd be surprised if you did. So, but anyways, guys, I'm in here working on some IH 425 broken otter on the outside, thank goodness. And then I'm working on a New Holland 320 and possibly an Oliver 520. So, wait time. Anybody else wants to bring Balers? I'm going to be here a few days. So, we ordered parts because things were worse than we thought. So, we actually had to get quite a few parts from New Holland. The rotor Baler was in a shed for 40 years deal. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're looking, guys. I mean, those roto balers work, and I mean, I've seen a few of them bring 250, maybe 300. And I mean, they're ready to go to the field and bale. I mean, they're not painted up or anything, but they're ready to go to the field and bale. This one been sitting around. Yeah, you're going to do a lot of freeing up, getting things working. So,
real-time precipitation alert.
Oh, Rachel says it's gone.
Oh, nope. It doesn't know where I am. It still thinks we're in Mississippi.
So.
Will a plunger from a 21?
21. Aaron, your question cut out.
281 fit in the 282.
Serial number. Give me the serial numbers and I can tell you, parts book. Or if you want to look it up yourself, Aaron, go to Messick's.com. And their parts book there, you write down the part number from the one model of the baler to the other. They're the same bale chamber size, so I don't see why not, but I think there is some differences between the two. I think the latest serial number 281s would fit the 282s, but don't quote me on that. So they're 16 by 18 bale chamber, guys. That's a high capacity baler. It's kind of like the 77 New Holland Super 77s. They're made to take hay. Well, I would assume, but if you go online, Aaron, Messick's has their parts books updated with the new part number. They show the old one and then the new one. And it'll show the cross reference. It'll show all the references it will fit. So I would double check. What's wrong with the plunger in the 282? I mean, they're a pretty common baler. I mean, I think I could probably buy a plunger for $200. So it's not that expensive. They're pretty common. Yeah, you have to click on the icon on the part number where it shows you the old number, the new number. It'll show you all the listings of what it fits. Not models, it just shows you other part numbers that also is associated with that. So it might not fit. I don't know. I got a feeling though the late ones would fit. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't verify that because I'm not on their website. Well, Aaron, I could get you a plunger. It's not a big deal. So, like I said, they're common out here. There's a lot of them. So. Hey, Ross, a bigger question. Ross is kind of like us, my online manager, along with Aaron, Roger Cord. Got some great guys out there to keep an eye on things for me. Ross, I got a question for you. Did you get that 282 all put together and in that international?
You're just going to town on him tonight.
Well, Ross, there's a step up for you. You ain't got to get that thing stuck on your farm. Anybody else got any other questions? I don't know where my phone went. I was going to do some...
Behind your tablet, Sean.
Oh. Want to bet? I don't know. We've had some mud so deep that it was dragging the chopper, broke the tongue off the wagon, and my buddy's 3588 still couldn't get it stuck. So, yeah, I don't believe you can get them stuck. I really don't. Maybe there's places out there, but New York's pretty clay and pretty muddy, and places I've saw newer tractors get stuck. That 2+2 articulates in the center, and the way you move that, those tires always can. As you're swinging back and forth, they'll bite new ground and get going again. So, yeah, I did some damage to my finger, guys. You can see I really cut it open pretty good a couple days ago. Those of you that get knives off me aftermarket, be warned. There's a reason why they put the tape on there. So I butchered myself a couple days ago on both fingers. So, again, those of you just logged on, I'm in Burwell, Nebraska. If you want to bring your balers out, I'm here. I'm gonna be here for a few days. I'm at Marty's here. He's the vet here in this local town. Great guy. Tom's a great guy. We're looking for some donations, guys, to help a young fella out. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes, Ross. Yeah. Pretty sure it had a 466 in it, but there's a young man, is 14, last spring to summer. He bought an International 47, and he went to the field. Doesn't know a lot about it, just trying to be a kid, just started up farming, and he got some bad news, buddy. It blew up. So it took the needles out, broke some few other things. I have needles with me, and had some other things. How I ran across this, guys, wasn't because he found me, is because God put me in a cafe today with a pastor. We got talking about where I was from and what I did, and he brought it up, and he said, "You think you could help him?" I said, "Yeah, I could help him with the parts, but the other stuff, it's gonna be, we're gonna need some money, guys. If you guys want to help this young man out, we're gonna surprise him with it. Hopefully, the father brings the baler to me while I'm here, and we'll tune that up, and I will sign everybody's name underneath the twine box lid on the back of the baler for everybody that helps out." Ross, from what I understand, is the rod broke off where they got that with the rod threads through for the plunger stop. It actually broke right there. It broke the end out. I don't know if the plunger stop was seized up, but it jumped a little bit. The brakes were not that good on the nodder. I haven't seen it. I'm just getting a lowdown on what the father told me when the pastor called him.
And it all started over a joke between Pepsi and Coke.
Yeah, it all started over a joke between Coke and Pepsi. So Pepsi sucks, Coke's better. You know, our pastor pushes that, and guys like, "Whoa, what's your pastor doing?" You know, so Tyson Wall is awesome, guys.
Where can we send the money to?
Yeah, you just call, guys. Just call Rachel, get a hold of her, send her a text, 607-846-5959. Just trying to help this young man out. Like I said, I think he's gotta be 15 now, but when he was 14, got discouraged. I'm hoping the father brings me the baler. So he just needs some encouragement. I want to let him know that there's farmers out there that care. You know, I'm gonna, like I said, pretty much try to help all I can. I got some parts with me, guys, so I can get a lot of it put together. There's some pieces we're gonna have to order from international because I don't have them. You know, I can't carry everything on this RV, but he's lucky that I had stopped at a salvage yard. You guys were probably on when I did YouTube video of it, and I sent pictures and everything. And it's still for salvage. Todd out there got me some pieces. Todd, if you're log on and you see this, thank you, brother, because you know. You gave me a good deal on those parts, and guess what? They're going to go, we're going to donate them to help this gentleman out, but I wish I was still there in your yard because I'd probably get some more pieces.
Hey.
Yeah, Rachel, they need you to put the number on the messages.
I will. Can you restart the movie?
Oh, okay. Yeah, the kids are waiting for a movie, guys. Anyways, it's 607.
I'm putting it up.
846 5959. Rachel's putting it up, guy. It'll be in the messages. Just scroll down or up, and you'll find it in the messages.
To make it easier.
Yeah, just get a hold of Rachel. She'll send you an email link. You can.
But I need a name and an email.
Yeah, she needs a name and an email, guys. That's it. In a text message, she can send it to you. Just let me know yes or no if you want your name. I'm going to sign your name with my signature. Obviously, you won't be here. I'll put your name under the lid. You know,
and how much
sponsors.
You would like to contribute.
And how much you guys like to contribute, help out. So, I've had a lot of my friends over the years, Australia, Bill Stockman in Oxford, Iowa. He had a Baler collection. He helped me out a couple times, guys, when I was in a pinch. And farmers have been the most gracious I've ever run into, especially American farmers. You know, some of us might be gruff, but deep down, we all care about each other.
This town is amazing.
You know, and this town we're in Nebraska is amazing, guys. This is where the biggest rodeo in Nebraska is, so... yeah. But anybody got any questions? I got a text, guys, from somebody asking about it.
Oh, someone just dinged the work phone.
Rachel, type the name of the town in chat. Oh, wow. Aaron, kicking me right in the groin, man. Nice.
Yeah, it was that guy.
Would you send Tyson the link, please? He wants to see what I'm talking about. Tell him the message when he gets on. But anyways, guys, literally we
Better
were.
Be good. You just mentioned
him. Wow. Is Roger on? If Roger Cord's on, he'd be the man, Ross, you need to talk to. He could do a video because he's got a lot of roto balers on there. A lot. Probably the most I've ever seen. So, you guys are really busting on me tonight. So, guys, this is all about being fun. But like I said, that young man trying to raise some money up to fix his baler up for him. Just let me know the full name you want on, or if you want your family name or your family farm name on for the signature on the baler. Maybe we'll take make up an actual gun label and put it on the inside of the lid. You know, blessings from, you know. And just, yeah, guys, I don't get opportunities like this to run into this, and it's just God planned this because this is how it happened. So.
Live chat. I just, this is what I said, but I sent it from my tablet, but I let him know.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
On Messenger?
Yeah. I shared it to Messenger to his name.
Anybody else got any questions? I don't know when the Baler class is going to be, guys. And by the way, tonight is, hey, Paul Barber wants the link. I forgot.
I have his number. I'll do it.
So, guys, another thing is, when I get back home, I got quite a few balers left to go. When I get back, Barber tractor, big things coming up, guys. We're getting a lot of good used tractors, John Deere tractors in. Lots of other good used equipment, excavators, you name it. New Holland, Binghamton, and Barber tractor are going big time. Paul's trying to bring in stuff, so there's a little bit of something for everybody. So I'll be there. I will try to be doing Arcus and demos most of the summer. I will take care of Baler repair, Baler rentals. I'm just gonna be later than I expected being home. Hope everybody forgives me. I just,
Message failed.
you know,
That's
so
weird.
just trying to work on everything I can, guys. Trying to get everything done out here. I think I'm over halfway. There'll be 51 Balers today, guys. Worked on. So.
Yeah, it's me. Stop. It wouldn't
Wonder
send.
why. Yeah, well, if it's red, you leave it in the shed, Aaron. So, ooh, that'll get me some backlash because I own International, but I still like my John Deere's, guys. I especially like my John Deere 2-cylinders. Anybody else got any questions?
Is Tyson on yet?
I don't know. Tyson, did you log in yet?
You okay, Mary? You just pumped your normal, I think.
Aaron laughing. No, Oliver tractors, I can't trash talk them. They're good tractors, plain and simple. It's not bad, Ross. As long as you have everything, the control valve and hitch and stuff. I got all that stuff. So, I think I got the hitch, cylinder, everything like that to bolt on, but I don't know if I got the control valve anymore. Someone might have got that from me.
Just finished restoration on a John Deere 50.
Oh, wow. Nice, James. Nice. My dad's got a John Deere 730 diesel, so just putting head gaskets on it now, I think, because he thought he heard something go bang, but
He's delusional.
so he might have heard things. I don't know. So, but try sending that to his actual phone text message.
Did it not work?
Oh, he's in Wednesday night Bible study.
It's 8:47.
Oh, it's over with. Okay, yeah.
It's 7 to 8.
So let's get it to him so get on.
I can't put it through Messenger.
He's not on there. He sent it to his phone in a text message through my phone.
Good golly gracious.
Guys, anyways, those of you that just logged in or those that have been here, remember, if you want to help out that young man with his International 47 Baler, I think Ross ought to drive out and help me work on it. I think that'd be a great gesture. I know you don't want to part with money very much, Ross, but I think if you come out and you help me work on it, since you've got some experience now, man can straighten needles. So
I only use my grandpa's Oliver. A cab tractor is on the wish list.
oh wow, nice. Anyways, guys, there's like I said, the young man. Like I said, I just want to show him how much love we can show him on from all the farmers out there. I don't care if it's a couple bucks, guys. Anything, it all adds up and it all helps. So.
And it's just to cover the parts we don't have.
Yeah, it's just pretty much, guys. It's not to cover any labor for me. It's to cover the parts we got to get from IH.
We're donating everything.
Oh wow. But well, Ross, you got some experience, bud. I mean, you got the baler going. I mean, it was awesome. You re-drilled a hole in it. You rebent the needle. You got a better understanding of an IH baler now. So, by the way, guys, Ross is an Scrub Monkey Junior baler guy now. So he's graduating up slowly. So I'm going to have to send him a few more projects to get him up to the master's level here eventually in the next few years. So, well, has anybody else got any other questions? I'm having a good time, guys. I really am. This tour, I've met some awesome people. I've worked on a lot of balers. I mean, a lot of them that probably shouldn't have been saved, but I did save them. So, big shout out to everybody out there. I'm going to be coming back. I got to go to above Sioux City, Iowa. There's a couple of baler up there, and I got to go to, I think, Minnesota.
It's on the list. Look at the board.
Yeah. So Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. I put my glasses on. Can't see that board that far away in the dark here. Morgantown, West Virginia. Oh, that's way a ways.
That's on the way home.
Yeah, and we got Cincinnati, Ohio. We got to do. and probably a couple stops in Maryland. But the biggest one, guys, is I'm going to be going back to Kings Mountain, North Carolina. I got some major rebuilds to do. So.
And we got to go back to Kirksville.
Oh yeah, we'll be back at Kirksville, Missouri, for Newland's equipment. We're the 348 got a baling, got a tie-in, but plunger's making some noise. I had to order a complete rebuild kit for it. New rails, new plunger bearings, complete freshen up, new knives. So I should be there back in Kirksville in about a week, if everything goes well. If not, it might be longer. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying my tour, guys. Having a lot of fun, meeting a lot of awesome people. God is great. I'm just telling you, He's great, awesome.
That was the Baler phone.
So.
What's the link? Link to what?
He wants to make a contribution.
Oh, I have to send an invoice to him.
Well, any other questions, guys? Come on, you got me here. So I started a little earlier tonight. So hoping my pastor logs on tonight so we can get him to chit chat a little bit. I see it in Northeast Vermont. Do you got a farm name or do you got a personal name? And what Baler do you have?
He texted us.
Just remember, guys, when you let us know. So let us know if you can, and if you want your name put on the Baler after we get it done.
Watch it, okay?
Oh, wow. Good Baler. Just remember, parts are getting hard for that one, that model. Buy yourself a 120 or 124 and save the parts. Knotters will interchange.
You need questions.
Oh, my God. Well, if you're going to speed rate them like the Baler man does, you're doing 75, I highly recommend you put truck tires on it and, yeah, balance them. So, yeah, that'd be a good thing. Henry Brothers Dairy. Cool. Henry Brothers Dairy, guys. Big shout out to them. 224 Massey. How many cows you milking?
Oh. I tried 2 places for the bill of opinion. Can't find any. I forgot a place to order them. Tried that. I was unable to. Okay.
130. Holsteins or Jerseys?
Organic
Oh,
Valley.
wow. Are you Organic Valley then, or are you with Horizon?
Or is there a different brand out there?
Oh, yeah, it could be.
You want this one?
What's that one that Larry Barron was on? Organic Valley.
Maple
Okay,
Valley.
cool. We buy your milk.
Hey, it was Maple Valley. We get the organic.
Walmart carries it in most of the stores we go to, so we end up buying your milk. So the grass-fed.
Grass-fed. Holstein.
Oh, cool. I don't imagine you square bale too much unless it's just for your heifers and small calves.
I'm trying to get people back.
You're welcome, brother. Yeah. The milk tastes different. It tastes a lot better, guys. It's really Organic Valley and anything organic, and especially the grass-fed milk is really good as well. If I can't get the grass-fed, I get the regular Organic Valley. I don't buy the 2%. I buy just the whole milk. Oh, cool.
Do you have that pastor's number that we saw?
Yeah. Some like Walmart.
No. I'm just saying. I have 3 people I'm talking to right now.
Yeah.
We can call them when we get a total.
So, guys,
Don't.
this is the pastor right here. That's gonna be.
He sat there in shock.
Yeah. He was in shock. He knew me and he knew all about it.
I'm a pilot. The bale, the little field that we're equipped to this big. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, I'd like to stop. I am going to be doing Arcuzan demos in Wolf of the Northeast. So if you know some farms out there that need a demo of an Arcuzan D14, the bale bundler, let me know. Trying to line up some things, especially for Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, um, Connecticut, any of those states. Trying to get some upper state New York. Trying to get some demos set up, guys. Anybody else got any questions? Waiting for my pastor Tyson to log on, so I could tell him about my my adventures that I had. So,
He's not going to log on.
oh, probably not. Has anybody else got any questions? Yeah, guys, parts are getting expensive for everything. So, just do yourself a favor, buy a parts machine, especially to have needles, knotters, stuff on hands. A lot of the older equipment's getting harder and harder to get parts for, so parts machine's almost a necessity anymore. It's getting it's pretty nice weather out here right now. It was cold where we were at in Kansas, but we survived through it. So yeah, it was very windy. A lot of bad storms.
No, it's windy.
When we first got there, yeah, it's windy here as well. But is anybody else that just logged in, so I can go over some new information for you? Rachel's got my phone. I don't even know the guy's name. That's
Hey. Hey.
oh wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay, guys, I'm trying to look up the guy's name.
So what?
On Hey Baler discussion and video, guys. Gentleman, Brent D. Ingram posted about the older Tucker finger shafts on the 336s. An update, like the ball joint linkage that like the newer Balers offer. Trying to use the old Tucker finger shaft, which was he did a pretty good job making that kit up. The only thing I didn't notice, and he didn't have it in the video, was the jam nuts to jam that rod solid. So the snap back from the Tucker fingers, because of that 6 series and the 2014 models, they have a nasty kickback when they run over, when they're fully cycling the Tucker fingers at especially at PTO speed, and that's where all that wear comes from, that constant backlashing. But he clarified that he did put jam nuts on his, so maybe he'll upload another video of that. But he did a really good job. I want to give a shout out to him for, and I think the parts were like, I think you might have $60 in just the linkages there, but it's gonna be some modifications you got to do. Some people like to buy the whole kit with everything ready to go. So if your Tucker finger shaft is bent, that kit is not going to help you. An update kit will, because it'll give you a brand new shaft to start with.
We have 3 donations right now.
Cool. Also, guys, anybody out there, I don't know if anybody else is logged in that's new. Put a comment up. Just tell me where you're at, where you're from.
Share with a farmer friend.
Yeah, if you got a farmer friend, if you got somebody that needs Baler assistance or work, let me know. Like I said, I'm in Nebraska right now, so it's very beautiful up here, guys. Sandy soil, very sandy, very, very sandy. My son likes playing in it, that's for sure.
And Marty has a bunch of animals. He's got pigs.
Yeah, Marty is a great guy as well. He's got a bunch of pigs and stuff,
and sheep.
Yeah, pigs, sheep. He's a vet. Real laid back, can't ask for a nicer guy. I mean, so hopefully by tomorrow we get his knotter back. He ran into a problem with buying a knotter off eBay, guys, which I have a video out there about the scams that come with buying parts off eBay, and they misrepresent them. Oh, it's a good part, this and that, and people get it. There's no money back for you guys. You're better off like trying to buy the parts off a part yard. You can see, you can match it up, you can see if it's wore or anything. eBay is a gamble, guys. If you like to gamble, go for it. You might win some and you might lose some. I've met more losers than I have winners, especially with the eBay stuff. Get a verification. If they're going to verify the part's good, that's fine. I mean, I bought a few knotters off there to get by myself a long time ago. I don't have an issue with it now. So he bought an otter half, and come to find out, it was a later serial number machine, and it has a 16th bigger knotter shaft than the original 425. So the knotter itself, it won't fit. So we got to get it machined out. We're gonna line bore it, get it cleaned out. We'll get it back on the knotter shaft, get the gears lined up, and put it all back together. So hopefully tomorrow or Friday we'll get everything together. But Burwell, Nebraska, guys, is where I'm at.
No, you said it.
So we were walking around town today, and you guys all know I bought some international parts. Some of you guys have already heard this story, but bought some international parts from I can't remember the name of the salvage yard down there in Todd. Great guy, got me some international parts. A lot of parts I didn't really need. The knotters I didn't want, but I got needles and saddles. I got those at home. But it was really amazing. I picked up those parts, and I come to this town, and me and Rachel decided we didn't want to cook dinner. We wanted to go out. So we found this nice little cafe after we stopped at a hardware store right in Burwell. So we went over to this little cafe. They have an antique shop right next to it. It's like right across, like down the street from the post office a little bit, like the same street the post office on. It's like right straight ahead as you're heading to the town square. Got in there. I made a comment. They had Pepsi products. And my pastor, Tyson's always saying, Pepsi stinks. It's just kind of a joke. He's been running joke he does to get everybody wound up. Coke rules, Pepsi stinks. RC Cola's just awful, to him. So I mentioned that to the lady. I said, that's a sin to have Pepsi in a store. And so it created a thing.
Doing a Bible study.
Yeah, they were doing a Bible study in there. And then the pastor, the other guy got up. We had a conversation, and he asked me why I was there from New York. Started talking about I work on Balers. Well, then it got brought up by this pastor here, and he brought up that there was a young man in their church that was trying to be a farmer, like trying to start up, and that last spring he bought a baler and bought some other equipment, and he went to the field to bale, and he made probably 45, 50 bales, and the baler broke. It broke the needles, it broke some other stuff, and so what we did is, I told him, I says, I think there's a reason God brought me this cafe, because I told him, I said, I got the needles and stuff in my RV. Got the parts, and he was shocked. He's like, well, they said, is this much brand new? Oh, I know the new parts are expensive. So the nice thing about it, he was a pastor, and we talked about our church and our faith and everything. And I said, I'll tell you what. I said, so he calls the father of the kid. And and when he did, he got a hold of him, then I talked to him on the phone, and the father, I don't know, I hope he does, guys, I need you guys' prayers on this. He brings it in, and I get to work on it. I get to put it back together, and I want to, like, the extra parts he's going to need. If you guys, other farmers, want to help make donations, leave me your name. I want to sign the inside of the baler with everybody's name on it that helped do it, and just a blessing to let him know every time he opens that twine box that there's farmers out there that care, that care about other people. We all have bad days, and it's like if people just help each other out a little bit, and we always have. There's been gruffy farmers out there, but you guys are all got good hearts. If it comes down to it, I know two farmers that said they hated each other. One had a bad barn burnt down. The other guy showed up to help. They hadn't talked to each other in 15 years. Guys, don't hold grudges. Life's too short. Big deal if your neighbor takes the ground, but there's more ground out there. I know people do some low down dirty things to get ground away from other farmers, but gotta forgive and move on, guys. It's a short world, but deep down, when it's tragedy strikes, people help. People help other people, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to help each other and show encouragement. The young man, I don't know if his dad's going to tell him, but he's going to hopefully get the baler down to me. And guys, we're going to go through it. And I will do a video. Rachel will record me, and maybe we'll do some live. And we'll go through that baler, and you guys will be there the whole step of the way. And like I said, let's make this a proud moment. We're able to help a young man get back to his dream, because he's discouraged now, because like all you farmers know, you buy a piece of equipment and you get discouraged when it breaks, especially when it costs more to fix it than you actually bought it for. So it's not the machine's fault. It's not the person that bought it. It's just stuff wears out, and I've seen brand new machines blow up. So, but anyways, I want to thank the people that are already calling in to want to help. Thank you. But if you want to help, 607-846-5959. If you want to help, any dollar amount will help, guys. Go towards buying the.
It's just for the parts we need.
Just for the parts we need.
Everything's given.
I'll be donating my labor, my time to help this young man out. Just seems like the right thing to do, guys. It really does. Jesus gave me this amazing gift. I feel kind of like I was stealing if I tried to charge the kid or not even offer to try to help him out. So, well, if anybody got any questions, concerns, but this is the pastor right here. His phone number's on there. Call him, give him a shout out. Tell him if you guys want to donate some money to the church as well, you're welcome to. But just let him know that you guys, the Baler man, sent you. Let's show some love to this young man. Let's get this fixed and repaired and back in the field where it belongs. So, feel like this is a great thing, guys. Really great thing. But I haven't heard from Ross and Aaron. You guys are awful quiet. So, come on, guys. I'm here to answer questions. If you got some, put them up there. Anybody that's logged in, please a shout out to where you're from and what kind of baler you have. So there's a lot of people that watch these videos, so they get to kind of know your farm and who you are and what you're about. Again, if you guys need any baler support or anything. Oh boy, loaded question. Yes, I think they are. But we're doing an experiment right now. Guy asked a very good question later on. Best baler model. Wow, James.
Opinion or
you want my opinion, or do you want what I don't work on much of? So yeah, both. Oh wow.
77 hands down.
Yeah, 77 New Holland, guys, is going to win that category. I just don't. The baler's a self-timing baler. I mean, it doesn't need to be timed. And, I mean, New Holland made 69,000 of them. And, I mean, they're just a brick house baler. I mean, they're just, you think about it, they're what, going on 80 years old? So, you know, they're still baling hay. There's a lot of them out there. I mean, yeah, there's some parts breaking here and there, but what baler's even coming close to 80 years? It ain't. And there's a sales brochure ad out there, guys. The New Holland 77 was in the ad saying that you buy this baler, it's a generation baler. It's like it'll last the life of your farm. And they weren't joking. You know, these machines are still cranking out hay. Yeah, they need repair now, but you're talking close to 80 years. 80 years. So the best baler model on the new ones today, boy, I don't know. I have to say that the Mancino, I don't know if I'm saying it right, the Mancino inline baler, it's showing a lot of promise. The inline Massies in our area, they're getting big windrows, they jam and plug. They're not fun to unplug, and so far the Mancinos, the couple that are in our area now, are baling the same windrows and not plugging. So nobody's really pushing them to plug, but let's see how they hold up in the next 5-6 years. I still like my New Hollands. I still like my John Deeres. You plug them up, you reach in there, you're done in like 15-20 minutes unplugging them. You know, they're still a great baler. But the bale ski thing, guys, Patch Hendricks is the guy to get a hold of. I wish Patch was on here. He's got to get his YouTube figured out to get on. Yeah, the bale skis I've seen in balers, they do work, they do help, but we have a little experiment. Guy asked me a question. We're trying it, so we'll let you know. It's going to be in Kirksville, Missouri is the test. He does 30,000 bales a year, so we're going to see how this works. So it's kind of along the lines of a bale ski, but we're using metal. So we'll see how this works out. So, but has anybody else got any other questions? Comments? But if you need parts, information, you guys bear with us because we get a lot of phone calls. 607-846-5959. You can text it as a cell phone. Guys, like, share, and subscribe to the video. Hit the notification bell. You'll get notified every time I go online. I'm gonna try to get on more often. Maybe hopefully once a day again, to give you guys an update what's going on where I'm at. So I'm in Burwell, Nebraska. So if anybody wants to come see us, visit, go to lunch, dinner, whatever, I'm here. So we're about an hour into it, guys. Anybody else got any questions? I hope I answered your question on the best Baler build, because if I had to pick anything else besides the 77, I don't know. I mean, I like my John Deeres, don't get me wrong, guys. I work on a lot of them. What's that? Yeah, Rachel's International 56 has been a good one. But as far as like ease of operation and you don't have to know a lot, 77 New Holland, standard. Well, not a problem, James. No, it's not a problem. Like I said, but ease of operation is definitely the 77.
Come on. Did you forget how to sit?
But there's some Balers out there, guys. The John Deeres, I do like them, but they're not easy to adjust, to keep in and keep going. I mean, each model has their own tweaks and twerks. You know, changing a Tucker finger shaft in a 14T is rough, and if you got to change a knotter half, it's even rougher. So 24T, I say all the way around, probably the easiest one to change a Tucker finger shaft, easiest one to change a knotter, not the easiest one to time. That would be the 336 all the way up to 348. They're pretty easy to time. I just did a video on my YouTube channel of how to do it, guys. So well, if you guys got any comments, questions, but that's just my opinion, guys. But I said over the years I've worked on Balers, 77s, I just don't work on the knotters. Ross has got a good point, guys. The best Baler out there is the one that you learn how to fix and repair. You'll have everybody thinking it's the best. Yeah, true. Ooh, case 200. Ooh. Yeah, knotters are good on a case, guys. They're pretty much a Rapsy knotter, no different than New Holland and John Deere, but they are fun to try to keep square bales into. I like watching them because when they got that kicker on the back, the bale launcher, that's kind of neat. It runs off the plunger. Yeah, it's kind of neat to watch that work. But keeping a square bale in a 200 is kind of tough. They got that kind of a feed track in there. It's kind of an arm that just swings in. Guys, the secret to them is if you buy a case baler 200 or you got to sand underneath the shield where the hay goes in, so it's nice and smooth, so that thing's able to take the hay in. Because if you don't, if it's rusty, it's just gonna pile up. It's gonna frustrate you, and it's gonna plug. So. What other models you guys got out there? Waiting for someone to ask about an old 76 New Holland or 75, the old canvas balers, left-hand pickup. Yeah, I'm not a case fan, guys. I just not. There's quite a few in our area, so not a big fan of them. So I like balers with ease of operation, where you don't have to like have a degree in calculus and that's just throwing it out there. But to be really smart to figure out how the engineers put this thing together. Like I said, the 77 looks like a big machine, complicated. It's not. It's the most simplest machine to operate on and work on. Does anybody else got any other questions? We're hitting the 1 hour mark. If you guys want to ask anything else, I'm here. I'm going to grab myself a drink out of the fridge. How much they want for the 720 Oliver? Aaron, are you still on? It's in Vermont, buddy. That's even farther drive than coming to New York. I'm going to message him right now. We'll see if Aaron logs back in. Aaron, pull the trigger. Guys, everybody's got to give a pep talk to Aaron.
Just razz him back.
Just razz him. Come on, Aaron, you have to do it, dude. You pull the trigger. Come on, pull it. Oh, I know, Aaron. Aaron, you got to do it, buddy. Pull the trigger. It's time to end up sleeping on the couch for a month. Whatever it takes, you got to pull the trigger on the 720. You know, think about it. You pick it up in Vermont, stop in New York. I tune it up for you, and then you drive home with it. What better deal can you get than that? Yeah, that's a great idea. Get some pictures of it. Post it on Northwest Vermont. Post it on Hey Baler Nation on Facebook if you've got it. If not, send them pictures to our cell phone, 607-846-5959. Send it there, and we'll get them to Aaron. There's other Balers for sale out there, guys. Pull it back, Aaron. Stop it with this hauling thing. If I could pull a Baler from Sioux City, Iowa, back to New York in a day and a half, you could tow it on back out to Utah.
The problem is, you put it on a trailer.
Thank you, sir.
To DOT law.
Yeah, you're farming exempt.
Over with permits.
Send their phone number back up for Vermont.
I already did. I just
put it up again.
Is it a different person?
I don't know. We're gonna put the phone number up again, guys. So. No, they can't do anything with you, guys. Okay, understand something. I hauled the Balers on trailers. I was hanging over. I went through Ohio. I got stopped. My Baler hung over 4 or 5 inches, I think. I got an overweight ticket because I didn't buy a permit. I didn't get all this stuff or insurance and everything else. They threw the book at me. By the time court fees and everything else, it was like $3,800. I could buy a lot of parts Balers for that. Found out a nice little tad bit of information from some old guys that have salvage yards. If you tow a Baler, you're ag exempt from dawn to dusk. Now, if you pull it after dusk, or you have to have lights on it. So. Well, we just put the Harbor Freight magnetic lights, and I right down the highway. So, yeah, Aaron, that's why it's not worth putting Balers on trailers. I mean, you hang over if you don't. It depends on the cop, of course, obviously, but New York and PA don't screw around. They see it hanging off the trailer, boom, you're done. So, like I said, I just packed the bearings, guys. The bearings in most of these Balers is heavier than your 1-ton pickup. The only thing I do is put truck tires on it, or trailer tires, like a ST 215, 7515. It's an 8-ply RV tire. Going on a Baler that weighs maybe a ton, that's nothing for that. Yeah, it's just, guys, fines are ridiculous anymore. Oh, yes. To prove your point, Aaron, I had a 14T I did 95 with coming across 80 from Sioux City, Iowa back to Des Moines. So, they'll do it. And that had the actual farm tires on it. I was bored. There was no traffic, so I put the pedal down and away I went. So, I think it got lighter the faster I was going. I don't know. But Baler towed just like anything else I towed behind my truck, you know. They didn't whip or sway or nothing like that. Guys, you're just trying to save money. If you're making a deal on a baler or hauling it, it's just a pain in the ass. You gotta lift it up, you gotta put it on, you gotta chain it down. Pulling it, pop the caps off. I put Lucas oil in the cap, put it back in, spin the wheels, make sure the bearings feel like they're good. And then I put truck tires on it and away I go. So, it just, and you guys saw my videos. You guys are on, if you're on Facebook, you've seen my videos. I've towed every baler home now. Ever since I got that ticket. I was towing some before that, like locally, but longer. I had a gooseneck trailer I was borrowing from a friend, and after getting that ticket, guess what? I'd have to charge a heck of a lot of money for parts balers if I keep getting tickets like that, or I have to do special tear it down to get it going. I don't tear anything off. The only thing I do is if I really want to do real fast and not have any troubles at all, I kick around a baler, just unbolt it, put it in the back of your truck, and that baler will tow like a champ. Some of the kicker balers like to start swaying at like 55, 60. It's because of that counterweight on the back of the baler. So I just take the kickers off, put them right in the back of the truck. It's only 8 bolts, guys, and a belt. On the John Deere's, it's 2 lines and 8 bolts. So you just pick it off, set it in the back of the truck, or back the truck up to it, and then just have a couple guys set it into it. But I highly recommend you guys towing your balers. It just, yeah, you get to see a lot more of the country, but I go right down the interstate. I don't. When I get on 80, I just sail. You know, the problem is, like through Indiana, I don't know if the roads got any better, but there hit some pretty bad bumps in those roads. So I leave my tires kind of squatted, guys, on those trailer tires. So it gives the baler a little bit of give on those. It's funny how they want our vehicles to all be inspected and be safe for the road, but why aren't the roads safe enough for the vehicle to be on? So the next question. Anybody else got any questions? So we got some more people that logged on. Aaron, so are we going to pull the trigger on this 720 Oliver? We need to get a commitment out of you, buddy. I hope you weren't this indecisive when you're standing up in front of the preacher and just asking, you know, till death do you part, and you had to sit there and think about it. Or, you know, so can I have a couple weeks? Come on now. You know what you want. You want an Oliver baler. This is one in a 720. Ross here will even give you a pep talk. You know, he's ran one of these balers. You know, he's been around them. They're a great baler. Tell you what, Aaron, it's going to be great. It'll be a great trip. I just know it. I know you're going to love it. So, if you guys notice, I got new suspenders. My little boy calls them Captain America suspenders because they're
everything's
Sergeant
Captain
Stripe.
America right now.
Yeah, everything's Captain America right now, guys.
Show him your find for him.
Oh, yes. So we got this at Jesse James Museum Antique Shop. So yeah, we got him this pretty tall stand-up figure, you know.
It's about the size of Mary.
Yeah. No, that's 14 by 18, Aaron. I don't know if Oliver made anything 16 by 18 other than the 100 and the number 8 and the hammerhead styles. Yeah, guys, I mean, Oliver Balers, I mean, I just don't, like the gentleman here is, he heard, everybody's getting intrigued about Olivers because the 20 years I've been, like, I got exposed to them, I've never sold knotter parts for them. I've never sold bill hooks, I've never sold wiper arms, and there's a lot of them out in our area. There's a lot of them all over the country. You don't see them for sale very often. When you do, everybody's like, well, I don't want to buy that. Well, there's a reason why Oliver put on their balers the finest in farmland equipment. They really had their homework together on those balers. Their kickers weren't so good, but the baler itself, and they'll still break needles like every other baler, but the knotters, rock solid, guys. Rock solid knotters. They just don't have the wear points that the John Deere New Hollands have, or even the Masseys. So, has anybody else got any other questions?
I have to go clean up.
But anyways, all right, guys. We're gonna hit the 70-minute mark. I'm gonna say my good nights. Anybody else got any questions before I go off? I will be here for the next probably 3 days. I'd imagine by the time I get parts in.
Thank you for the ones who have donated.
Yeah, thank you guys for the ones that donated for the Balers. Yeah, I know. Well, Heston carried it on the 4,500, so. But anyways, guys, God bless you. I hope you guys all have a great night. I'll keep you all in my prayers. Do me a favor, pray for the young man, his father, that he brings that 47 Baler to me to fix. So just keep him in your prayers, guys. They're having some troubles in their family, and let's see if we can't get this Baler put back together and get him back on the road, bud. Excuse me, back to baling hay. God bless you all. Have a great night.